From Studio B in the lower level of Benner Library, powered by the students of the Communication Department, you're watching Tonight at Olivet. We have a great show for you tonight, but first, her favorite pastime is wearing pajama pants while sipping hot chocolate and reading a good book. Here's your host, Cameo Powell.
All right, well, I mentioned in our last episode, and although I'm not her biggest fan, she does tend to live rent-free in my head. Taylor Swift, she's on my timeline, she's on my feed, my Instagram, my TikTok, anywhere you can imagine she's there. But it's not just because of her Eras tour, no, it's because she's dating somebody new, Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce's got some own accolades to his name. He's won a couple of Super Bowl rings, 3 conference championship rings, but most recently he's known for winning over Taylor Swift's heart. And I think that's a little humbling for him because that's what he's been referred to as recently. But he's not the only one in the sports realm that has humbling moments like that. No, I too have had my own experience in the sports field and humbling moments. I can remember one game in, I think, 8th grade basketball, and it was a away game. We were practicing, warming up, shooting some shots, and I decided to practice my three-pointers because I was feeling good that day. I was feeling pretty confident. But somebody on that court was not feeling confident about my three-pointers, and she decided to yell at me across the court, and she said, "Hey, Powell, why don't you practice the shots you're actually going to make in a game?" And instead of curling up in the corner and crying in the fetal position, I said, "Aye, coach," and joke's on her because I think I made more three-pointers before the game than layups in the game. But you know what I said, basketball isn't just for me, it's just not. I'll just go into softball. I've spent many more years there. So I focused on softball. And one of these years, one of these games in softball, it was high school, I believe, and it was another away game. Coach said, "We're missing a first baseman. Can you step in?" And I said, "Aye, coach, I've got you." I wasn't thinking that on the inside, but out of my mouth came those words. And so I think the batter, she must have known I was feeling a little unsure about myself, so she decided to hit a slow roller grounder straight towards first base. And so what I did is I took it in stride, and I kind of calmly walked up, scooped up the ball, and tagged her out at first in my head, because in reality what I did was I was so excited and so nervous that I sprinted towards the ball. I tumbled and I ended up somersaulting like Gabby Douglas into the ball, and instead of popping back up and getting a 10 out of 10 on my form, I think I blacked out and the runner got it to first base, and my coach realized that was a mistake. But you know what's not a mistake? Finishing this episode, because guess what? It's a sports-themed episode, and we're really excited. We've got great guests, and I think Colin is going to tell us about them right now.
On tonight's show, University Chaplain Tone Marshall is here. Samara is back in the street with trivia, and Olivet football defensive coordinator Coach Greg Youngblood will be stopping by. It's a packed show you'll want to like, share, and stream again. Back to you, Cameo.
Okay, well, we've heard about a couple of my tales of sports, but I'm wondering, Colin, do you have any failed instances of sports in your younger years?
There was one. I was in 2nd grade playing the old T-ball, kiddie ball, whatever they call it. Was it T-ball back then?
I think
don't
so.
know. And I was looking more at the sky than I was the field. And I just felt this force hit my head. And I've never been the same since.
Wow, that's incredible.
And I can't really remember anything for more than 15 seconds at a time since that, too. It's a medical anomaly. Yeah.
That's crazy. You know what? Maybe that's what happened to our ONU students, because when we went and took to the streets, Samara had trouble getting some right answers from our ONU students when she asked them some sports trivia. Let's go ahead and take a look at that segment.
We're back, and today we're going to be asking some Olivet students some sports trivia. Let's see what they know. How many sports were included in the 2008 Summer Olympics?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. 16.
Pistol Pete was the nickname given to which multiple tennis Grand Slam title winner?
Tennis? I couldn't even say I know one tennis player.
In what sport would you find a pommel horse?
Gymnastics.
Only sprinter to win at 3 Olympic Games consecutively. What is Hussein's last name? Swift. Colorado Rockies player Clint Barnes broke his collarbone after carrying what up the stairs?
Oh my goodness. Fighting?
What color are the goalposts in football?
Yellow.
How many dimples are there on an average golf ball?
100.
Winner of 8 Olympic Games gold medals, this Hussein is the only sprinter to win at 3 Olympic Games consecutively. What is Hussein's last name?
Hussein? Oh, okay. Wait, that's it?
Which sport do the Pittsburgh Penguins play?
Hockey.
Correct. How long is a marathon?
26.3.
26.2. It's close though. Which sport do competitors race towards a finish line but don't cross it?
Swimming.
Correct. Colorado Rockies player Clint Barnes broke his collarbone after carrying what up the stairs?
A cow.
Deer meat. Close. Close. Which Chicago Cubs player had to take time off due to a violent sneeze?
Usain Bolt.
Which sport do competitors race towards a finish line but don't cross it?
So you're racing, but you don't actually have like swim?
Yes! Yes! Average baseball game lasts for 2 to 3 hours. During this game, on average, how many minutes of action are there?
20.
Winner of 8 Olympic Games gold medals, this Hussein is the only sprinter to win at 3 Olympic Games consecutively. What is Hussein's last name?
Boat.
Which Chicago Cubs player had to take time off due to a violent sneeze?
Stephen Curry.
What do you hit in badminton?
Shuttlecock.
That was correct.
Usain Swift. I wonder if he has any relation to Taylor, but I probably still wouldn't listen to his music very much either. Up next, we've got a coach on our field here that's going to be interviewing, and we're very excited to see him, Coach Youngblood. We're here, we're back with Coach Youngblood. He's our defensive coordinator here for ONU Tigers. Coach Youngblood, great to have you on here.
Good to be here.
There is a lot of not sports knowledge here on Olivet's campus, if you saw that sports trivia video. So I would like you to explain, in layman's terms, maybe what a defense coordinator means. What do you do for ONU Tigers?
Yeah, so obviously I coach the guys that are trying to stop the other team from scoring.
Okay.
So that's starting with the real basics there.
Yes.
But we design the schemes, so whatever the offense is trying to do, they have different types of offenses each game, right? Every opponent has a different offense.
Sure.
We're trying to stop what they do, so they might pass the ball a lot, so we need to have a good pass defense. They might run the ball a lot, we might have a good run defense. So whatever they do, we're trying to devise a scheme to stop them from scoring, and basically that's the idea. If they can't score, they can't win, right? So that's the idea.
Very true. I do know that much. So defensive coordinator, have you held that position for a while? Have you only held it here at Olivet? What's your kind of experience with that, or maybe just with football in general as a coach?
Yeah, so at Olivet, I've been the defense coordinator for about 8 years, but before that, I've been a head coach, been different places, high school and college. Been on the offensive side and the defensive side, but primarily defense has been my thing that I've been most of my career.
Would you say that you like it better, or maybe are you just better at it? Why have you stuck with defensive?
Yeah, it's a good question. Probably because that's what I played, and so that was my natural position. But yeah, you kind of get to know both sides of the ball. I could go either direction with whatever they needed. But when they came on staff here, our head coach was more of an offensive guy, so he needed a defense coordinator. So it's kind of the role that they needed me at the time. But that has been more my experience, the defensive side, right?
So as a player, do you have any cool stories, or did you win awards when you were playing? What would you take? What do you take with you from the past and bring to it in the future when you're coaching these kids?
Yeah, I mean, I think that obviously I had a good experience as a player. That's why I'm a coach, and obviously the impact my coaches had on me, it's why I'm a coach. I think as a player, you bring your experiences obviously from learning the game, but then as a player, you enjoy the game, the camaraderie with the other guys that you play with. That's a big part of it. So you want to build that with your guys in the team. You want to make sure they're having the same experience.
Right.
So that's really what I like to do. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why you coach, but that's probably the main ones. So.
Yeah, we actually reached out to a couple of your players, and they said they had some very nice things to say to you about you.
Okay, good.
They said that you're put together, you're sharp, you're very personable. What would you say makes you personable on the field as a coach? I mean, you've talked about wanting to build that camaraderie, but is there anything specific that you've picked up or that you do, or that they've told you, like, hey, coach, I really appreciate that?
I don't know. They haven't really said anything specific, but
Okay.
I think in general, I appreciate coaches that took an interest in me beyond the sport. So I think that's a big part of it. I mean, obviously they're here to play football. We're here to try to win games. Sure. But I think it's more than that. It's a relationship. So if they know you care about them, it's not just, hey, here's what you do in the field and see you later. It's kind of, how's life going? How things treating you? And I think that if they know you care about them, they're actually going to play harder for you and want to do better. So.
Yeah, I would agree. In the intro, we talked about my couple of coaches who had faith in me and then maybe lost a couple, but I do know one of them, he kind of carried that appreciation on and off the field. Was there anything specific that you've ever done for a player, like, I don't know, attended something of theirs or just kind of talked to them outside of the game? Anything in particular or that you would like to do going forward? Yeah,
I think that, I've had players that are involved in other things. I think a big part of it is, when they get hurt, unfortunately that's part of the game.
Right.
Going to see them in the hospital if it's something severe, or send them text or just a phone call, or just make sure they're okay. Letting them know that. I think that's part of it. I've had players that do other things outside of football and try to take an interest in that too, and ask them about it. I may not always attend all their events that they're outside of football, but just asking about it, showing curiosity.
Yeah.
I
think you definitely show up when it matters, and I think it shows in the players. I've heard that we're all conference. I don't know what that means, but I've heard a lot of players are in it, the first and second teams. What is that exactly?
Yeah, so at the end of the year they vote for all the teams in your conference, and the best players get put on an all-conference team.
Okay.
There's a first team, second team. So I've had quite a few guys represented this year, and so guys, that shows their hard work and their talent, so it's good.
It must feel good too, though, to know you were a part of that and kind of helped put them in there, in that place. Well, I don't know if he was on the all-conference, but I do know that I met Graham Johnson, and he gave me a little bit of a behind-the-scenes sneak peek, is what I like to say a lot on this show, of football.
Okay.
And we're going to watch that now.
Okay, sounds good.
You've heard of Samara on the street, but this time we're here, cameo on the field. Okay, we're here with Graham Johnson. I like to call him Graham Cracker Johnson, even though I've only known him for 2 hours. Last week I talked about how I know nothing of football, and this week we decided to change that. Graham Cracker Johnson is going to give me some pointers, some tips. Hopefully by the end of the time we have here, I should be on the field next semester. Let's get started.
All right, first things first, we got to start off with some footwork. So, here we go.
Okay, is it my turn now? Okay, oh, well, you look like a horse. Am I supposed to be galloping? Nay!
So when you're throwing, you would have 2 to 3 fingers on the laces.
Okay.
Your index finger on the white part, and then your thumb on the back side of the ball.
What if my hand doesn't reach around that far? Do nails help?
Do your best.
Okay, great.
I don't think nails would help.
Remember the
So now,
tight ends. Okay.
just go about like 10 yards away and practice.
This is
practice throwing
America.
it to me.
You ladies all right?
So if you know football, you know the basics.
Right.
Offense, defense, and the most important, special teams.
Yeah.
So
My favorite.
we're gonna start with offense right now.
Okay, great. It's like oh my god.
All right, so now you're on defense.
Yep.
You gotta make a play. 250 pounds, big boy.
Oh my gosh. That's my worst nightmare. I'm so scared. Wait, I'm so scared!
All right, imaginary hike.
Am I taking you down or just... What am I doing?
Hike.
I'm so scared. Oh my God, I'm gonna die!
All right, hike.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Can I actually...
The most important job on the field.
Right.
You gotta kick some points.
Hepatitis, see you later. I am the one who excited. Oh my! Hey, that's the farthest it's gone.
It got in the air. Tilt it towards yourself a little bit too. Oh, it's beautiful. This is what wins the championship right here.
Oh my gosh!
Hey,
That was so powerful.
holder of the year. You know, honestly, from a coach's perspective, I could see her out there on Saturday with the boys, you know, hose in hand, filling up water bottles. I think that would be really great for the team.
You just call me water boy? I am speed.
Well, I definitely think I could have picked up a lot of helpful hints from you and tips and tricks. But what I've got next is helpful tips and tricks from Tone, maybe. We play a game, and we're going to talk about it. Up next. All right, well, we've got a new guest, Antonio Marshall, also known as Tone. He's here with us tonight. And Tone, we're grateful to have you here.
Happy to be here with you.
So excited. Okay, so you've got a lot of things going for you. But first and foremost, we know you as the beloved university chaplain who makes us go to chapel Wednesday, Thursday.
Yes.
We have the privilege of doing so. How has that role been for you? Because it's fairly new.
Yep.
Challenges, biggest challenges you've overcome, or the best parts about it?
Yeah, I think probably I was not prepared to step into the chaplaincy. So a lot of people don't necessarily know this, but whenever I came to school here in 2007, I was not a Christian. So I didn't acknowledge Jesus as Savior and Lord until my super senior year, my 5th year. And so most of the things I find myself leading as a chaplain, I never really actually took part in whenever I was a student. And so that was challenging. I came here because Mark Holcomb called me to be the associate chaplain, and then within 10 months he was gone.
Quick turnaround.
Yes.
Well, better late than never.
Challenges there, but it's been really fun to kind of step in. I feel like there's been a blessing. I feel like students are open to receiving me as a chaplain, and that is really important to me.
Yeah, I've heard great things, and I'm in the student body, so I'm not lying to you.
Good.
So you didn't really expect to be here, but how, this role, do you think it's something that you can see yourself in for a while? I don't know how long Holcomb did it, but is it something you see yourself in for a few years down the road and passing it on, or something that you kind of want to continue until you feel like, I don't know, the next story is opening?
Yeah, so I know Mark was here for over a decade.
Okay.
I definitely could see myself here. There are days where I could see myself elsewhere, mainly the Bourbonnais area, whether I would rather be somewhere else. But I think the most important thing is I feel called here, and that is really important to me. So I'm here as long as the Lord has me here.
Amen.
Yeah.
That's true. I felt that before, but I haven't even graduated yet, so I don't have many places to go.
Yep.
You've also got a nonprofit. So you're not just a university chaplain, but you've got a nonprofit, and it's called Man on Fire.
Yes, ma'am.
What is that?
Yeah.
Do tell.
So it kind of started out of my own testimony. Again, most people don't know this, but I've been in 3 fires in my lifetime. Wow. And so in 1998, me and my family were in an apartment fire that was in an apartment that was on fire. The whole building was on fire. Wow. Made our way out of that. And then in 2002, we come home and our house had caught on fire. And then 2012, 10 years later. So 3 fires. And the last one was just shortly after I acknowledged Jesus as Savior and Lord. And it really felt like the Lord was doing a unique work in my life, which kind of changed the trajectory of what the fires meant to me.
Yeah.
And so can look back on really the fires and see that there was a way in which God's plan was being unfolded even as that was happening. And then God really just like moved that into a ministry. So use kind of my testimony and use some of the giftings that the Lord has given me just to help the next generation to find freedom in Christ.
That's amazing. It kind of, I don't know if you've seen Harry Potter or have heard of like the idea of like,
Nope.
Okay, well, there's the idea like a phoenix like rises from the ashes.
Yeah.
And so that your story kind of
Yes,
reminds me
ma'am.
of that. And I think
Yeah.
that's really cool. And it's, it's kind of like, I don't know who said it recently in chapel. It might have been you or it might have been a speaker, but like it's what you do with your circumstances and how
Yeah.
you come out of it. Oh, the cards that you were
The
dealt.
Uno cards, come on.
I did see
Shane
those.
Lima,
I
what
did
a
not.
blessing.
I enjoy Shane Lima. All right. Well, aside from that,
Mm-hmm.
you talked about your family. Your family now, a wife and kids, and another one on the way.
Yeah.
You met here at Olivet, you and your wife, in Christian
Mm-hmm.
formations class. How cool is that to come back to a place that you like?
Kind of corny, honestly.
Well, my parents also met in like Old Testament class,
Yeah.
so I've heard it before. But is it kind of like surreal sometimes thinking about that, or is it kind of like, oh, am I going to leave Olivet, or is it just all of my life stories kind of just hang woven through the story of Olivet itself?
I don't know. It really is a cool, just it's a cool story.
Yeah.
Interesting. I find myself reminiscing on the reality that I only came here because of the fact that I wanted to play basketball and how much life God has given me beyond the sport itself. And so honestly, I know that Olivet will always be a part of my story. I don't know if I have to be here in order for that to be the case, but in the season that God has me in, I do find myself reminiscing often of the reality of what that season brought me and where I'm at because of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
We believe you belong here.
Yes, ma'am.
It's crazy how that's a timeless statement. I don't know when they
really
came up
is.
with that, but it's beautiful, and I see it time and time again play out. Basketball.
Yes,
you were
ma'am.
recently inducted to the Olivet's Athletic Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
What is that all about?
I think I just got really lucky.
Okay. Is there like, did they have any like, I don't know, prerequisites for that?
I think
or?
they let anybody in,
Oh, okay.
honestly.
Well,
it
it happens.
I don't know.
Trying to fill up the wall.
No, I was blessed to have an amazing coach, Coach Hodge, who no longer is actually here with us, but who really challenged me in circumstances and situations, happened in such a way that allowed me to have a pretty amazing career here at Olivet. And so very grateful for this place and for Coach Hodge, coaching staff. Actually, Coach Berkey, who's the coach now, he was an assistant coach 3 of the 4 years that I was here, maybe all 4 years.
Yeah.
I'm old now, so can't remember. But yeah, no, I was blessed to be able to like play here and have a good career.
Well, I haven't seen your picture up on the wall yet. I don't know if you get a trophy or what. But you know what? We actually got the pleasure of playing basketball together.
Yes, we
I will
did.
not be on the Hall of Fame, but we've got a little bit of a taste of what you've got still in the tank
Yes,
from
ma'am.
basketball. So I think we're
In
going to
my
watch.
ripe old age.
Yes. No, you're like 22, right? You're older
That
than me.
was one of my numbers, yes.
What? Oh, see? It's meant to be. Let's watch that clip right now. You've heard of Samara in the street, and you've heard of Cameo on the field, but now it's time for Cameo on the court. That's right, today I'm going to be playing basketball. I think my 7th and 8th grade year in middle school will not be showing up, but I'm going to cross my fingers that that talent is still there. And I've got a couple of guests playing with me actually tonight as well, so I'm going to call over the boys. Let's meet the men. Okay, so these are the guys, and we're going to meet them one by one. And you are?
Landon.
All right, Landon, nice to meet you.
Trey.
Trey, nice to meet you. And we all know the beloved.
Toad.
Nice to meet you, Tone. We're going to have a great time. I apologized to Tone earlier, but he said, why apologize? We're going to win. So I apologize then to you two for whatever may come after this. Let's get ready to play some basketball together. All right.
Together.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is, we don't really need a game plan. This is just what we do on the regular.
I'm trying to remember what my coach Herb told me.
just act like you say yes.
Yeah, I love that idea.
Yes.
And whoever has Cameo guarding her, just goes for it. Yeah, I'm good with that. Yeah. Sounds like a good plan. Sounds good. All right, let's do it.
Hey. Oh my gosh. Hey. Yeah, baby.
That's it. Our game plan is working right now.
Okay. Cool beans.
Oh, man.
Well, it was a very even game, I'll have to say. A lot of good plays all around, screens, rolls, picks, and
Pops.
pop block. Anyways, we're about to get kicked out. I just want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you to everybody here.
It's a good game. Yeah.
Fantastic all around. Go Tigers.
Good game.
Yeah, wait, that too. Yep. Cheers.
We won.
We won.
Everyone take it.
Yeah, it's not even-
Everyone's winners in the end.
Amen. All right, fantastic.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good game, if I do say so myself. Even watching it back, I'm impressed with both my skills and Tone's. But we've got another game coming up. Stay tuned. All right, the game we're going to play is Headbands, Sports Edition. All right, so how this works is we're both gonna have cards on top of our heads, and they're gonna say something on those cards, and we're gonna try and guess what those cards are. So if there's something on my head, I'm gonna try to guess what I am by asking Tone questions, and he's gonna do the same for his card. Ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this first card is yours. Don't look at it, but put it on your forehead. I'm gonna do the same thing. Are they right side up? All right. Oh, there we go. Okay, go ahead. You ask 3 questions about yourself.
I don't know what to ask. Is it something that I throw?
No.
With my hands?
No.
Something that I kick with my feet?
No. One more question.
Something that I hit with an item?
No. Okay, my turn. Is this a ball of some sort?
Yes.
Is it bigger than my fist?
Yes.
Is it filled with air?
Yes.
Okay, great. Your turn. Trying to guess yours.
I'm confused. It's a sport.
Yeah. It's on TV. Kind of think more out of the box-ish.
Yep. Out of the box.
Yeah.
I'm lost. So it's not a ball that you hit.
No.
It's not a ball that you kick.
No.
Time out. Is it racing?
No. It's not. Okay, my turn. Unless you restated your question, so go again.
It's not some. Are cars involved?
No. So now you have one more question.
Is water involved?
Not the way you're thinking. Okay.
Not the way I'm thinking.
Am I a basketball?
No, you're not.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Yeah.
Am I a soccer ball?
No, you're not.
Okay. Oh, what else is filled with air and bigger than my fist?
Yeah. It's interesting.
Oh, it is interesting?
Mm-hmm.
Is it kickball?
Nope.
Okay, your turn. We're not gonna get past these 2 cards.
At all. Not like I'm thinking. I'm still stuck on the not like.
You're not in it. Like you wouldn't be in water.
You wouldn't be in what? I'm so confused.
It's I'll tell you, it's
I need help.
okay.
Can I
It's a contact sport.
It's a contact sport.
What this
But
item
there's
is involved with.
Oh, time out. Is it in football?
No.
Is it an item?
Yes.
So it's not a ball, but it's an item
Correct.
that's in a sport?
Correct.
Oh my.
Do you want another guess? Or you want me to go?
You go.
Okay. Is there a specific, is this a football?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is a football.
Okay, your turn.
I don't know what to ask anymore.
Okay.
Huh.
You got this, come on. If you
It's an
get this,
item
you win.
that you use
Correct.
in a sport.
Contact sport.
Is it a mouthpiece?
No, but that is involved in this realm in this sport.
Is it like pads?
In a sense. You kind of wear them.
Is it the
Nope.
shoulder pads?
Wrong question. Okay.
Your turn.
Rocky? Okay. Well, I think we're out of time. If I were to tell you this is
Boxing glove.
Yes.
Thank you for the Rocky.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a great episode. We hope you come back for more. Have a good night.